Hello everyone, myself Dilip Udani, and today I will teach you this topic, that is data types. So in data types we will see text data types, numeric data types, and finally sequence data types. So let's start. So we have data types. Python has the following data types built in by default. In these categories, we have first of all text type. So in text data types, we have string data types only. In numeric types, we have int, float, and complex data types. In sequence types, we have list, tuple, and range data types. In mapping type, we have dict data type. In set types, we have set and frozen set data type. In Boolean type, we have bool data types. And finally, in binary types, we have bytes and byte array data types. So in today's session, we will see text type, numeric type, and finally sequence types. So first of all, we will see text type data types, that is string data types. str represents string data types. A string is a sequence of characters enclosed within single quotes or double quotes. For example, I have written over here S1 equals to Arman in single quotes, or S1 equals to Arman in double quotes. So by using single quotes or double quotes, we can create a string. By using single quotes or double quotes, we cannot represent multi-line string literals. So for that purpose, what we will do, we will use triple single quotes or triple double quotes. For this requirement, we should go for triple single quotes or triple double quotes. See, for example, we have written over here S1 equals to Arman in one line and soft in second line. We have used triple single quotes over here to show this two-line string. Similarly, S1 equals to Arman in one line and soft in second line. To represent this two-line string, what we have done, we have used triple double quotes. We can display a string literal with the print function. How? I will just make you understand with the help of example. If you write down print hello, so what will be the output of this print statement? That is hello. Similarly, for this statement, that is print of hello, so it will give us the output as hello. Here you can see we have shown the string in single quotes, and over here we have shown the string in double quotes. In both the cases, we will be having same output, that is hello. Assigning a string to a variable is done with the variable name followed by an equal sign and the string. How? I will just make you understand with the help of example. See, we have written over here A equals to Arman in double quotes. So over here we have created a string named with Arman and we have stored it in the variable A. If we write down print of A, then it will give us the output as Arman. This is how we can create a string and we can store the string in a variable, and with the help of print function we can show the output of that particular string. Now we have second data type, that is numeric type. There are three numeric types in Python. First one is int. Now what is int? Int or integer is a whole number. It may be positive or it may be negative without decimals of unlimited length. For example, here we have x equals to 1. Here we have y equals to this number. You can see that this is a very large number. Then after z equals to minus of this number. So all positive numbers or negative numbers but without decimal points or of unlimited length are called integers. So here we have integer x equals to 1, y equals to this number and z equals to minus of this number. If we just write down print of type of x with the help of type inbuilt function, we can have the type of the data types. Here x equals to 1 is an integer. So if we will just see the output of this print statement, we have its output, that is class int. Similarly, print of type of y and print of type of z will give us the output as class int, as y and z both are integer values. Now we will see second numeric type, that is float. Now what is float? Float or floating point number is a number, positive or negative, containing one or more decimals. For example, 2.3, 7.83, minus 9.15, all these are float numbers. For example, x equals to 1.20, you can see after decimal point we have two digits. Similarly, y equals to 1.00, you can see that after decimal point we have two digits, 00. Similarly, z equals to minus 34.58. So all these are float numbers. You have to just keep in mind, float numbers, that is nothing but a number. It may be positive or negative or containing one or more decimals. Now if I will write down print of type of x, print of type of y and print of type of z. So what will be the output of these print statement? As you can see that x, y, z, all these numbers are float value. So it will give us the output as class float in each and every case written over here. Float can also be scientific numbers with an e to indicate the power of 10. For example, x equals to 36e3. So what is the meaning of 36e3? It is nothing but 36 multiplied by 10 raised to 3. Then after, y equals to 11e4. Then after, z equals to minus 87.6e100. So what is the meaning of this one? This is minus 87.6 multiplied by 10 raised to 100. This is also another way to create float numbers. This is nothing but the scientific method to show the float numbers. Now if I will just write down print of type of x, so what will be the output in this case? Definitely we have x is a float number, so its output is class float. Similarly, for print of type of y, print of type of z, we have output as class float, as all these numbers x, y, z are float numbers. Now we have third numeric type, that is complex. A complex number is of the form a plus bj, where j square equals to minus 1, where a is a real part and b is an imaginary part. A and b contain integers or floating point values. Always keep in mind about this important point, that the real part and the imaginary part, they may be integers or floating point values. Now we have examples based on complex data type, that is we have taken x equals to 3 plus 5j. Here 3 is the real part, 5 is an imaginary part, and you can see that both the numbers are integers value. And in y we have taken 10 plus 5.5j, where 10 is a real number and it is an integer, and 5.5 is an imaginary number and this is a float value. Here in z equals to 0.5 plus 0.1j, we have 0.5 is a real part and 0.1 is an imaginary part. 0.5 and 0.1 both are floating numbers. If we will just write down print of type of x, print of type of y, you can see that both x and y are complex number, as these numbers are of the form a plus bj. So what will be the output of this print statement and this print statement? That is nothing but class complex in these two cases. Now we will see sequence data types. So first sequence data type is list. So first of all we will see what is list. Lists are used to store multiple items in a single variable. List items are ordered. What is the meaning of order? If you just write down number 1 and then after number 3, then in output it will show first number 1 and then after number 3. So this is the meaning of ordered. Then after changeable, you can change the contents of the list and allow duplicates values. In list you can write down duplicate values. Then after list items are indexed. Now what is the meaning of index? That is, the first item has index 0, the second item has index 1, etc. See, if I have created a list like this, then this apple is at index 0, banana is at index 1, and cherry is at index 2, and so on. Lists are created using square brackets. To create a list, we have to use the square brackets. For example, I have created one list with the name my underscore list. So in my underscore list, I have taken 3 elements, that is apple, banana and cherry. This is how we can create a list. If we have to show the output of this list, then how we can do it? For that purpose, we will write down print of my underscore list. So the output of this print statement, that will be nothing but the list, that is this one, and we have in this list 3 elements, that is apple, banana and cherry. List items can be of any data type, and a list can contain different data types. How? I will just make you understand with the help of example. See, this is the example. In list 1 we have taken these elements, that is apple, banana and mango. So we can say that the list 1 is of string data type, as all elements are strings. Then after list 2, in list 2 we have these elements and these all are integers. So we can say that list 2 is of int data types. List 3, that is equals to true, false, true. So in list 3 we have Boolean data types. True and false belongs to Boolean data types. Then after list 4, and in list 4 we have this one, ABCD is a string element, 35 is integer, false is Boolean data type, 50 is integer and female is a string data type. So in list we can write down heterogeneous objects also. Now if we just write down print of list 1, so this one will give you this one as output, that is apple, banana, mango. For print of list 2, it will give us the output, that is this one. So we have 16793 in list 2. Print of list 3 will give us the output as true, false, true, that is over here. Print of list of 4, it will give us the elements of list 4, that is all these elements, ABCD, 35, false, 50 and female. But just keep in mind the type of all these lists, that is nothing but the list. Obviously over here we have all elements in string. Here we have all elements, that is integers. Here we have Boolean data types. Here we have heterogeneous objects. But in all these cases, what is the type of these variables? That is list 1, list 2, list 3, list 4. That is nothing but the class list. So if we will just write down print type of list 1, it will give us the output as class list. Similarly, for list 2, list 3 and list 4, we will be having same output, that is class list. Now we will see second sequence type, that is tuple. So what is tuple? Tuples are used to store multiple items in a single variable. See, tuple is same as list, but you have to keep in mind two important differences between list and tuple. In list we can change the elements, but whereas in tuple we cannot change the elements. To create a list we use square brackets, and to create a tuple we use these open brackets or parentheses. So this is the main difference between list and tuple. So a tuple is a collection which is ordered, unchangeable and allow duplicate values. Tuple items are indexed. The first item has index 0, the second item has index 1, etc. Tuples are written with round brackets, that is this one. Now we have one example how to create a tuple. See, my underscore tuple, that is apple, banana, cherry. Just keep in mind we have to write down these round brackets. Now print of my underscore tuple will give us this one as output, that is apple, banana and cherry. Now similarly, tuple items can be of any data types, and a tuple can contain different data types. See, this is the example. In tuple 1 we have string data types elements, that is apple, banana, mango. In tuple 2 we have integers, that is 16793. In tuple 3 we have boolean data types, that is true, false, true. And in tuple 4 we have the combination of string, boolean data types and int data types, that is ABCD, 35, false, 50, female. Now print of tuple 1 will give us the output, that is apple, banana and mango. Similarly, print of tuple 2 will give us the output 16793. Print of tuple 3 will give us the output as true, false, true. Print of tuple 4 will give us this one as output, that is ABCD, 35, false, 50 and female. So what are the types of all these variables? That is tuple 1, tuple 2, tuple 3, tuple 4. That is nothing but class tuple. So if we write down print of type of tuple 1, it will give us the output as class tuple. Now we have third sequence data type, that is range of x. Now what range of x will do? It will give numbers from 0 to x minus 1. For example, if I will write down x equals to range of 3. So what this range of 3 will do? It will give us the values of x from 0 to 3 minus 1. So the possible values of x are 0, 1 and 2. And if you write down print of x, so what will be the output of this particular statement? That will give us range of 0, 3. And if you just write down print of type of x, so what is the type of x over here? That is range. So it will give us the output as class range. Then after for x in range of 3, see here we have written the for loop. So what are the possible values of x in this case? That is in range of 3 we have 0, 1, 2. So the possible values of x are 0, 1 and 2. So print of x will give us the output as the values of x, that is 0, 1 and 2. So the output of for loop is 0, 1 and 2. So in today's lecture we have seen text data type, that is string. Then after numeric data type, that is int, float and complex. And finally we have seen sequence data type, and in sequence data type we have seen list, tuple and finally range data types. And we have seen various examples based on these topics. Thank you for watching this video.